There are days when life feels like one long list of things to do. Another email, another deadline, another responsibility waiting just ahead. We tell ourselves that once this week is over, once this project is finished, once life finally slows down, we will think about the bigger questions. What truly matters? Am I becoming the person I hoped to be? But life has a quiet habit. It rarely waits until we are ready. That is why one of the India's oldest stories begins with thirst and a drink of water. During their years of exile, the five Pandava brothers wandered through forest that seemed to stretch without end. One afternoon, the sun burned fiercely overhead. Their feet had grown heavy. Their throats were dry. Every step became harder than the last. Seeing their exhaustion, elder brother Yudhishthira asked his brother Nagula to climb a nearby tree and search for water. Nagula spotted a beautiful lake hidden among the trees. Its surface was perfectly still, clear enough to reflect the sky itself. He hurried towards it. Just as he knelt to drink, a voice echoed across the water. Do not drink from this lake until you answer my questions. Ignore my warning, and this water will become your last. Nagula looked around. There was no one, only trees, still water, silence. His thirst was stronger than an unseen voice. He drank, and in that very moment, he fell to the ground, motionless. When Nagula did not return, Yudhishthira sent his next brother Sahadeva. He reached the same lake, saw his brother lying beside the water. Shocked and desperate, he rushed forward. Again, the same unseen voice spoke. Answer my questions first. Sahadeva ignored it. He drank. He too collapsed beside the lake. Then came Arjuna, the greatest archer of his age. Hearing the mysterious warning, Arjuna drew his bow. He demanded the unseen speaker show themselves. Silence answered him. His confidence became impatient. He drank and he too fell. Bhima arrived next, the strongest of them all. His anger burned hotter than his thirst. He challenged the voice, drank from the surface, and the forest became quiet once again. Four brothers now lay beside the lake. Finally, Yudhishthira arrived. The silence itself felt different. Four brothers, no wounds, no signs of struggle, only stillness. Then the same voice spoke. I warned each of them. They did not listen. If you drink before answering my questions, you shall join them. Yudhishthira did not reach for the water. Instead, he looked towards the unseen speaker and said, "Ask." Then still water rippled. A shadow moved among the branches. In the branches above the lake appeared a Yaksha, a mysterious guardian of the forest. His questions were not riddles to trap a traveler. They were questions life quietly asks every human being. Yaksha asked, "What makes the sun rise?" Yudhishthira replied, "The power of the divine brings forth the sun. Truth sustains its journey. What rescues a person in danger?" Yudhishthira answered, "Wisdom and courage." What is faster than the wind? The mind. What is heavier than the earth? A mother's love. What is higher than the sky? A father's character. What is true wealth? Contentment. One who is content is richer than one who owns kingdoms. What is the greatest happiness? Peace within oneself. What is the path? People argue. Scriptures differ. Wise men disagree. How then does one know the right path? Yudhishthira answered, "The truth is hidden. So we walk the path followed by those whose lives are guided by goodness." Yaksha remained silent for a long moment. Then he asked the final question, "What is the greatest wonder in this world?" Yudhishthira looked towards his silent brothers, then towards the still water, and answered, "Every day living beings pass away, yet those who remain live as though they themselves will last forever." What could be more astonishing than this? The forest grew still. The reflection upon the lake seemed untouched. Even the wind seemed to pause. The Yaksha smiled. "You have answered well." He offered Yudhishthira one final choice. "One of your brothers may return. Choose." Yudhishthira looked at Bhima, the brother who had protected them. He looked at Arjuna, the greatest warrior on whom kingdoms depended. Then his eyes rested upon Nakula. The Yaksha asked, "Why?" Yudhishthira replied, "My father had 2 wives. I still live as the son of Kunti. If Nakula remains dead, Madri will have no son left. Justice should not favor one mother over another." The Yaksha's eyes softened. The guardian revealed himself. He was Dharma, the god of righteousness, and Yudhishthira's divine father. Pleased by his wisdom and fairness, he restored all four brothers to life. The lake shimmered once more. The forest breathed again. The journey continued. I often think about that lake, not because of the miracle, but because of the questions. The lake never chased anyone. It never demanded to be understood. It simply waited. Perhaps life is more like that than we realize. Not every challenge asks us to be stronger. Not every problem asks us to move faster. Sometimes life places a quiet question in our path and waits to see whether we will stop long enough to hear it. Perhaps the greatest wonder is not that life keeps asking us questions. It is how often we are too busy to hear them. And the quietest moments in our lives are not interruptions at all. They are simply life asking its questions. Somewhere in every busy life, there is still a quiet lake.